Thanks, Brittany. I'm here with registered dietitian Sarah Butler. So I know the New Year's brings in a lot of clientele, I'm guessing, because people have different diet goals. It's a common resolution. Do you see a big hike in your clientele around the New Year's?
You know, it's interesting, given that we work here at Boston University, we see an increase both semesters. It's almost like the beginning of the semester is our new year. So we see an increase both in the fall and in the spring. I think that that's a dual issue that sometimes, especially in the fall semester, people have worked on resolutions to kind of increase their exercise or eat better, and then they want to learn, how do I continue this now that I'm back at the university? And then also in the spring semester, the beginning stage is always nice because classes haven't picked up quite yet, as quickly quite as yet. So we do see a big increase.
When people come to you, what do they come with? Is it more, do they come with like just eating goals, losing weight, or just overall be healthier?
Some of the most common goals, revolve around meal planning and, both the quality of the meals and also the timing of the meals. So a lot of students will come in with problems with energy not being as good as it should be, having trouble concentrating in classes, or their hunger is all off. So we'll do a lot of work on kind of establishing what are your needs for your nutrition and what are the best ways to accomplish that with such a hectic schedule. Other goals that people come in with, definitely losing weight, sometimes gaining weight as well, eating disorders, food allergies, and other problems related to stomach issues or something like that.
Now, I know in the mainstream, the fad diets have become quite the trigger word. Do you see people coming in with just ideas from things that they've read, like, oh, I should do like a gluten-free diet, I should be doing this?
Absolutely. I think that fad diets are one of those things that is always attractive to people because it offers something that is difficult to obtain very quickly. A lot of times that might be losing weight, and often we'll see that with gluten and also the juicing, fad. For gluten is essentially the protein that's found in wheat, barley, and rye. So it doesn't make any sense for someone who doesn't have gluten intolerance to eliminate gluten. What people might find is that taking out wheat, barley, and rye, or any foods with those ingredients, will eliminate a lot of foods from their diet, which can lead to some weight loss, but it's not something that is long-term and not something that is very sustainable in the sense that you have to eliminate a lot of restaurants. And there's no nutritional benefit to doing it if you don't have a problem. Rather, we try to work on establishing a better understanding of what your nutritional needs are, and realizing that changing your nutritional habits will take time, and it's very challenging. It's difficult, just like anything that's worthwhile doing is difficult. And so instead of thinking about all of the changes that you want to make in your diet, instead sort of thinking about, how can I break this up into steps? And so that's usually what we'll start with.
Is there ever a time when you feel that you would ask someone to go on one of these diets?
There really isn't a time that I recommend any of the short-term fad diets. Certainly there's benefits to, for instance, drinking freshly squeezed juices, and it's something that has become very popular, and it is a nice way to get your fruits or vegetables in. But I would never recommend that to someone that doesn't like juice or is getting their fruits and vegetables in elsewhere. So no, I don't. But it's one of those things that a lot of times students will come in having explored that, and ultimately it's their decision what they wish to do. But I always emphasize that the cornerstone of nutrition is that it's really the foundation of having great concentration, energy levels, mental clarity, emotional well-being, energy for exercise. So it's something that is very worthwhile spending energy doing, even though it can be very difficult to figure it out.
So it really just comes down to eating healthy,
yes,
always.
as always.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Back to you, Brittany.